All right, here I am, and I am doing my readings. All right, I'm going to start now. I guess every major tarot person around here does collective readings. So let's start with collective readings. And this is a really good thing. I think this box was too tall. There we go. This is much better. All right, I got lots of cards, folks. You could see all the cards I got. All right, I am going to start with this collective reading. Oh, hi Debbie, how you doing? I got lots of cards that came in. I'm very excited. I am. But how you doing? Oh, okay. I got a message. All right, my computer was hooked up to my phone here. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be better. I actually got to go to work, and I don't know. We had corporate there with a mock survey from state and all this crazy stuff going on. Oh, I actually, since everyone likes the tarot cards so much, what I do is when I wake up, I draw what I see in my dreams. I did that because some people will say they drew something and they didn't. So at least everybody knows I could draw. So what I do is I draw and I put it on Chong the Dog daily energy readings, and I did 2 yesterday. It was just the download I got when I was sleeping. And I posted, and it was hard to describe my dream. So, anyways, as I'm describing it, I just figured I might as well draw it. So, just look for, I dropped 2 of them. It's Chong the Dog daily energy readings, and I have this tablet that T-Mobile gave me for free, and that's what I tape them on. So yeah, and then you'll see the day and check the post, because I take a picture of it just to see if it means something to anybody, because I figured out my life a little bit. I think I have my most prophetic divine thoughts when I'm sleeping, and since I work through like dreams, I already know how to do my pastels and everything, so I just throw in my sketchbook, and then I do a reading that day. And then I tape them, and I don't want to lose storage on this expensive tablet I have. So I just, once they're downloaded here on YouTube, I just delete them. Because I'm going to live a long time. So, and I'm not paying for that many things for space when I got to do photography and make dog videos. I don't think anybody realizes how hard it is. Oh, well, yeah, I just draw it. Whatever I see in my dream, I draw it. All the stuff you see in that part is stuff that came from a dream, a download. And I guess because I focused a lot on science and not enough on tarot cards. And I know my mom was very gifted, and we both, my mom's seen the dead and I see the dead too. But I never thought about thinking about tarot cards. So I guess they flow with me good. And I've been watching a lot of tarot card people and some of the techniques they have. And I think if I had better technique, I could better service you. So I went and I got a sale at all these. And I've been watching a lot of them, and I like some of these. I like the Traverse. Traverse is really, I don't know, he is deep. If you guys want like a deep reading, this Traverse reminds me of a Buddha. And I don't know, they're pretty damn accurate over there, but I'm more like I just get divine messages every once in a while and I don't understand them, so I draw them. And I have been posting them. And then after I draw them, I do a video. And I noticed these other tarot card people do that too. So I figured, why not? It makes sense, I guess. I'm so used to medical stuff, I can't sometimes figure out one from another. But I go in medical mode tomorrow where people show me their wounds and I got to clean them up, and then I got to get the nurse, and then I hope we don't have to call call an ambulance or something and send people out because it makes my day just that much more aggravated because sometimes these residents are rough to deal with. I would rather deal with gang members than some of these damn residents. They literally are, people talk about mental abuse a lot, and yeah, mental abuse is bad, but I guess that you know how to combat mental abuse when you work in the healthcare field. You literally get yelled at for all this stuff, and you tell your boss, why did I get cussed out for 10 minutes? They didn't have that color pants. Next thing you know, you're ready to have someone drive you to the hospital. I told everybody I need to go to the psych ward for a month to have a vacation, and my boss tells me no. It's very mentally stressing. So I enjoy coming over here between all that. And hopefully one day I can work 3 days a week. I mean, like, cut the 3 to 2, and then I could do this more. Yeah. All right. Your company situation, did they fire me? Uh, I mean, that's a hard question to ask. I mean, if you don't know if it's happened or not, sometimes it's not on these kind of timelines. It didn't happen. I mean, that's it. I mean, at any time a decision can be made. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if even a Terra, one of these guys would be able to do that. Maybe, I don't know, call your boss, and I don't know if you got written up or whatever, but as long as you be really nice even after you got written up. Generally, if you have good attendance and stuff, a corporation will give you a warning and they won't fire you. So depending on where you work, I guess it would be the situation, but I don't think a tarot card reading could answer that question. So I'll find another one here. Oh, you're doing okay. That's great. Oh, they're angry because they've been stripped of all their things and they work for now somebody's fraction of their age is telling them what to do. Oh, I can do, if this is about the workplace and the environment around it, I could do one of those. But I can't do one that specifically asked before someone made a decision or free will of what to do or what they're going to do because I'm not God. But I'll do that is the question you want. Country. Country, love, homestead. Oh, I love country stuff. Oh my God, Brad Paisley. I have a country playlist over here. Oh, my job. Oh, the people I work with are great. If somebody irritates me, I just tell them I'm not going to help them and they leave me the hell alone. It's the patients and the family members. The family members are horrible. And I get they pay a lot to stay there. I get it. But I just go to work. I mean, I know they pay a lot for a room every month, and I get it, but I could go down the street and make the same amount of money. And they finally gave me easier assignments because the one family member was so toxic. She made I don't even have high blood pressure, and she raised my blood pressure because she just screams at you. And then they took me away from that assignment for like 3 weeks. And I was really happy because I don't even think I had one Hoyer left. So it's been better. I feel if you put boundaries on everything in your life, everything gets better. Because I've been listening to Carl Jung an awful lot. I think I've been a psychology. I know I took 4 years psychology, and I love psychology talk, and I love medical talk. I don't know. For some reason, if I hear stuff in medical terms and go to sleep, I just feel way better in the morning. It's crazy. Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure they'll have me on an easier assignment tomorrow because I have literally told them that they're putting me, that I'm going to have mental problems if they got to keep putting me in these places. And I already hurt my shoulder. And this one resident, she's like, God, 350 pounds and she's dead weight. And no matter what you do, she won't. They was going to give her a $15,000 chair for free for 15,000, and it was like ticket and all that. It was somebody died or something. And anyways, and because I hurt my shoulder and I had to be moved on assignments for a minute, and next thing I know, they fit her for this $15,000 chair, and then she goes, "I just don't like it. Get it out of here." And then she blamed me and yelled at me and said she's reporting me for making her get a $15,000 chair. My boss thought she was psycho. But I don't go to that assignment no more because I told them if you're going to continue having that woman and all that, that's it. But all day long, I put boundaries in my life. And sometimes when you're when you're with somebody or coupled with somebody, I guess sometimes it's the people you spend the most time with you miss the most when they're gone. So that's why when your kids move out, like when my youngest moved out when he was 18, and he's 21 now. So 3 years ago, we got in this big fight on his 18th birthday, and it was crazy. But I think that was the deepest sorrow of my life when my last kid left the nest. And I started this channel because me and him it was so stupid. You guys will think this is hilarious. Oh yeah. We used to do a dinner and a movie, and I've been looking for the videos. It was on this particular channel. And sometimes my son, we'd argue back and forth, and he went and pick up the phone and stupid shit. So I started a dog walking channel because that's what I figured. I just got a puppy and stuff, and I seen sad puppy videos. Very sad ones. I did the one that hit me the hardest on YouTube was the one where this cute pit bull. Oh my god, it was I cried at the end of this video. The pit bull, some horrible people just this dog's our legs, the two front legs was just gone. And all they left this poor dog with was two legs on his back. All he had was back legs, and then the animal rescue people got there, and it was the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. And I watch horror movies. That says a lot. So, I guess that and getting a puppy, I just decided it was easier to try to fix up our old channel. I think it gave me good luck, honestly, because now Zach's told me that he's going to be helping with me with my dog segments. Because I told him that it's Chong the dog. Now I do more tarot cards, and he's not intuitive. And sadly to say, I think I'm the only one that's intuitive. I'm hoping one of them has a girl. Because I got two grandsons and now one granddaughter. So this is the climate I live in. So he's gonna be doing the dog segments because he's goofy, he's funny, he's charismatic, and he's good looking too. He looks like me, and Chong loves him. So he says that he's gonna be coming and doing those, and he's gonna be watching them on YouTube because Zach apparently told me that I'm going to have like an email or something linked to this account. And then he told me my overview was 600,000 over 2 years. And I asked him if he was drinking or smoking, and he goes, no. I was like, how could anybody be interested in a blogger? And he goes, I know, Mom. He goes, you're the most uninteresting person in the world. He goes, you fix your hair up and you go to work and you bother us. And that's pretty much what I do. I bother my kids a lot. And then I told him if I die, that I didn't want him to. I like to record what I do every day for my little hobbies. So, like, if I was to drop dead tomorrow or something, my kids could inherit the channel. I told him it's going to be part of his inheritance. But he told me he's never going to turn down Chong the dog, but he's going to start doing his part. So pretty soon I'm going to have him do some Chong the dog walks live. Like, we're both going to go walk in, and he's just goofy, like I said, and charismatic. And you just feel like giving a big hug every time you see him. So, and my grandson, Lance, is adorable. I had him on a couple videos. I think I was babysitting, Chong the dog babysitting. I asked my son, I was like, I'm a blogger, because I don't care if you blog the whole babysitting. But we went outside and I blogged it, and it was great. It was fun. So I told him if I die, instead of scrambling for pictures, I'll have a whole channel. So he thought it was hilarious. But yeah, that's how all this happened. It's like a happy hobby, I guess you could say. But oh, your time. Well, yeah, I don't buy them Christmas presents after they turn 18. My kids will ask me all through the year, like if they run short, like if they need 50 or $60, I'll just give it to them, because I don't do Christmas presents. I told him, don't even ask me, because his dad, I guess, got a flat tire. He got a flat tire in his car. So his dad gave him money to fix the flat tire, and they put a new tire on. So he called me, he's getting this tire. I was like, oh, good. Thank God. And I'm trying to put through a video and edit one, because I think I did 4 today. But, anyways, after he did that, then he decides, right when I'm done editing the one inspirational, he kept calling me back. He was like, oh my God, I got 3 miles down the road. And he goes, I got a tow truck come by. I go, okay, well, you're not going to freeze. So we're on the phone for 20 minutes till the tow truck person came. And then he had to go to another shop. And then he ended up getting another tire. And then he went back to the other shop, and they refunded his money. And then his dad was there. And me and the ex still get along, though. Out of all of the first one, second one, and the third one's horrible. But the first 2, we didn't get along romantically. But parent-wise with kids, they're not bad. But I guess his dad apparently gave him $400 for all these tires. So I told him I was gonna just help get him his girlfriend some pajamas and stuff for Christmas. But yeah, this is the kind of relationship me and my kids have, and this is why I don't do Christmas presents, because all through the year I bail them out of some kind of stupid stuff, and I told them I consider that Christmas presents. Generally, everybody gets a painting or a candle, or I'll make perfume. But I didn't buy perfuming stuff. So probably it's going to be a candle this year, and all these sketches I make over here. So, does anybody have a question? You got a fancy mocktails. Oh, yes. I had a big face. I do have a Facebook still. I'm just avoiding it because of the one I don't want to mention, like in Harry Potter. Because I guess apparently he stalks me over here, even though we have been in no contact since November 1st. He texted my son talking some stupid stuff. And then my son calls me and tells me to make sure my door's locked. This is what my son tells me. I said, it's always locked. What are you talking about? He's like, I don't know, mom. He really wants to get in there. And I was like, he knows what he did. I don't want him here. So I keep my door locked and he's occupied with his whole girlfriend over there. And I just want them to stay together and leave me alone. Because after the third time he was in his house, we were officially no contact. And me and Zach, my younger son, I elected him because I can't look at the whites of his eye because I'm just done. And Zach is done too. So he just told him no and got like kind of nasty, or I don't know what he said. He just said no or something. And he said it should be ended. He said when he gets bored, he'll stop, or 6 months. And he's the one that told me that he's stalking my social media because my son be looking at my numbers and stuff because I don't know. All right, you want to know about Ant One's current feelings? Yeah, I could do those. Those are easy. All right, I'm going to use this fancy dark deck because it's almost like it reminds me of a shadow of the inner shadows when people die, the black chalky stuff that kind of surrounds a dead soul. So I'm going to put these down for a base field to see like the energy, because generally when you deal with love, and I call it the most chaotic emotion, it's because love isn't totally divine, but at the same time, sometimes you have a karma match. And then it's up to you where you go with your fork in the road, if you're going the high road or the low road. And then sometimes you're just in this low frequency for so long and you wonder why you never go up. And sometimes it's because you never let someone go. And I guess that it could be true. So I feel why these cards are good. And it's a Gothic deck. Of course, I got it on sale on Amazon. I told my son that was my Christmas present. I bought all of these. All right. All right. This is in the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. I've been studying all the arcanias. Is communication. That's usually one sword down represents a messenger. That's why the messenger of death always has their sword down. And old folklore. If you ever see anything and they have their sword down and all that, generally that's a dark message. But it goes right up in there. And it goes deep in your soul. You can't lie to a soul message. And then you got King of Cups. All right, you got the King of Cups over here. And the message I'm getting here. Okay, what was this here? Oh, okay. This was the past. All right, with this King of Wands, I'm picking up that he was kind of domineering at times, and he at times was, I don't know, he loved, I mean, the way he showed his love wasn't of an equal partnership all the time. And that's the past. And then you got the shadow self of him saying that's a dark message. So you got from the dark side where we also hide our secrets. And then you have the Two of Swords. And swords, well, any swords, it's just literally a piercing. So a lot of times you want to think about it in this dark aspect. It could be two people trying to stab me in the back, or It's usually a divinity with two, with something with the shadow in here. So let me see here his feelings towards you. And this is the future. Right now, you got the Ace of Swords, and it being a messenger, it's in his dark self and our other self, because we all have two halves. I integrated my both, so mine's gray, but for you guys, one side's white and one side's black. But on the dark side, we always hide our feelings for a while, and on his dark side, it's saying it's a dark message that his shadow side wants to let his light know that he's making mistakes. And let me see, I got these other decks. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of this man's feelings. Country. Yeah, I'm a country girl. I love country. I might go to a country concert this summer. At the fair, they always have these country people that go there. It's fun. All right. Now this Antoine. All right. All right, we got this one. All right. Okay, he got a hangman for his feelings for you in the past. All right, then we got this one. All right, you got death here for that. And don't be scared. The death always is actually renewal. If you're still living and breathing, it's renewal. Anyways, then you got here Two of Cups. All right, I like to think of these arcanias because it's like studying science, trying to get all this crap down. But I like to think of them. It's somebody you like enough to fancy a cup with. And like a Two of Cups is always like a romantic situation because there's only two cups. And if you think about it, if there's four people in a room, and they're all drinking, it's four cups. So I don't know. To me, it makes more sense thinking of it that way. But anyways, let's get back to how the light is reacting to the dark. This is why people need to do their shadow work. Anyways, he has this dark message in the shadow to behave. And then he has death. You're in a renewal cycle right now. And with a renewal cycle, there's always a test. So I see a test coming for him. Maybe try to encourage him to, I don't know, just be a better person and stuff, because this is why people's persons leave. When they go through this is almost like a tower type thing. And when we start a new cycle, you get a tower when you end one. And these towers, depending on how you ended out of the tower, it can get pretty nasty for your life. You give off extremely low vibrations, and you attract a lot of nasty shit. So this is why you want to kind of, even if you're more on the dark side, still stay with the divine, because I don't want to be on the wrong side of karma. So I just behave. Anyways, this King of Cups for his past, this signifies to me now with this card, with his feelings towards you, that he has the Hangman. There was something on his mind that made him feel like he was in a prison, pretty much. He was in a prison in his own mind, if that makes any sense to you. This is what happens sometimes when we overthink, we let people manipulate us. and just a lot of bad stuff. And then he's here, there, but the future path is the Two of Swords. Now, Two of Swords could be good. If he passes this test, it's customary in dark cultures and warrior cultures that when a man came back from war, that he would always leave a sword behind for his wife. So, two swords could be, I guess, explained two different ways. It could be a knife in the back or a blood pact. So, I'm getting for your future, to me, that's coming is a blood pact. You know, two souls strung together by blood. I mean, what's more beautiful than that? Blood is life. So I'm getting a good sense that he's going to pass this. And it could be anything, just any random thing. The universe just, that's what they do. They just test you with crazy shit to see if you're going to go on a low vibration. And anyways, you also got for this how his feelings are in the end. And you also got the Two of Cups and the darks on his dark side and his light side. So I think he really truly loves you, because I will tell you, when a man hides everything, but they just, if they really don't care, they really don't care, and their shadow just kicks in and says, here's my ego. He was like, I'd like to have sex with you, but I don't know, maybe, ugh. And then it gets weird because then they pack it away. But if the shadow and the light are together on one decision, generally they do love you a lot. So the answer to that question is yes, he deeply loves you. Let me get another one of these. All right, now you want to know, Myra, if you're going to get a call from Nelson. I don't know. We'll just ask the dark cards because they seem to kind of know sneaky stuff. I think that's how these other tarot card readers are getting all different kinds of messages. And they're always changing decks too. Like when they do love readings, I've noticed like that I'm talking to like these people that have their own channel with memberships and stuff. So I can see why this is useful. So if any of you out there, like to play around with tarot cards or whatever, or know someone, this is a actual useful trick. I mean, I don't know if I'd want 50 at one time like I've seen some of these guys have. It's crazy. All right. All right, now Nelson. It is Nelson. Oh, Myra, sorry. Oh, it's about Nelson. All right. All right, I'll do the shadow deck. This seems to like to give good answers here. All right. All right, he is in Knight of Wands. All right. All right, right now he's in the Knight of Wands. Let's see where he was before all this no contact. These cards are pretty damn accurate, I'll tell you that. All right. Well, this came out reversed, so I'm going to leave that there because that's all the tarot card people do that. Okay. There you go. Oh, that's reversed too. Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, your Nelson right now is in the Knight of Wands. And I currently see him. See, this has a fighting C, but it's almost like a defeated card. like you're a knight, you're kind of, you don't have all this power, but you have to have enough to get by. You're always having to prove your self-worth, and then you got to fight all these battles. I feel like that's where he's at with this Knight of Swords here. So, and that's current. And then in the past, he was in the Sun in reverse. Now, the Sun is a very, over here, it's a very positive sign, but that means good luck, prosperity, and things like that. But in reverse, it's the opposite of that. It's bad luck, misfortune, just all kinds of little things that, I don't know, just happen, and you're like, does God hate me type moments. And then you got, for this Nelson, you got death in reverse. The thing is, death is not a bad card. This is about renewal and fresh starts and things like that. But death in reverse, it could be a bad cycle that is being repeated. That's what I'm getting. He has some kind of like cycle he's been going through and not learning some kind of karmic lesson. So let's get these out. These are always fun. All right. They really had to have them. Red 2. All right, is that 5? Yeah, okay, it's 5 of Pentacles. Okay, anyways, let's get this and shuffle here. They got these right in here. They have it the same color. We can't even see what the name of the card is. You think they would have made that black? I guess I shouldn't complain. I did get it for $6. All right. All right, now Nelson. Well, let's look at his light side. Oh, God. Is this the devil? The Hierophant. Oh, the Emperor. Oh, well, he got the Emperor in reverse, which is not very good. I don't think he has good luck wherever he's at. I don't know. It seems like he's been having problems. All right. I don't know if I'm going to use this deck anymore. I can't even damn see the name of the card. Oh, Temperance. Okay. All right, he got the Temperance in reverse too. This guy has bad luck all over the place. All right, let's see here. We got a Knight of Pentacles. Okay, well, this isn't in reverse, but I don't know if it's any better. I mean, I guess it could be with all this going on and this death up here, whereas he's renewing a bad cycle. This is almost like being in. It's worse than stagnation. It's like you're just tied up and you feel like a prisoner inside your own body. Yeah, this guy got problems. But I don't know, maybe I give him like a couple days, maybe, hopefully. Give him some air hugs or say a prayer for him. And maybe in a week or so, I'm thinking he'll get whatever, but and then call you. But it seems like, I don't know, some people are just glutton for punishment a lot. I just honestly surrender to the universe because it's just like saying you're never going to eat meat. You could cut down on meat, but you're always going to eat it. So if there's a lesson to be learned, the universe wants me to stay away from someone, I'll go book a resort. I'm not dealing with this kind of trauma, but maybe after a couple days, who knows? I will let him have his little time because I don't think you want to get involved in all that. All right. All right, Shisha Hall. You want to know what Dante's intentions and feelings towards you. All right. All right. Well, let's go get the dark guys. They seem to know about these things. Since technically the shadow is our dark side, it makes sense. It really does. Makes a lot of sense. All right. All right. I'm going to cut this because they say you can do that too. And then until you feel you're through. I don't know. These are easier to shuffle. I'm very excited. All right. Okay. What was his name again? I want to make sure I got here. Sisha. Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing yours now on your person. I'm on his feelings. Instead of just remembering his name, since I do so many of these, I'm just going to say your person. All right. And then Shisha. All right. Your person right now, his feelings. Oh, the moon. Thank God. It's a good card. That it wasn't so good. Right. Over here for the past. You always got to look towards the past and future, I feel, because you can't judge a book by its cover. If you're going to explore a human psyche, you should know both sides of his brain. You can't sit there and say, that's so and so's a great person, but you just don't know what lies behind the mask. Sometimes it's easier this way, just get your information from behind the mask. So this kind of what these kind of decks do. All right, your friend, your person, shot say Miss Hall. We'll say Miss Hall. Miss Hall, your person. Oh, okay, let me get you Debbie after I get her person here. All right, Miss Hall, your person's in the moon currently. So the moon is good. The moon's actually good. It means reflective. All right, then you got Three of Wands for the past. It's a beautiful card, really. It's really, I don't see anything dark about it. And then Four of Wands. That's not bad either. It's actually really good energy he has. Not everybody has this good energy. All right. I'm going to try this deck on here for his feelings. This is fun. Shopping for tarot cards. All right. Now, got there. All right. Two of Cups. All right. All right. I got your person's light side is King of Pentacles. And that's good. I mean, he's a king in his own castle. And he's surrounded by the moon. Especially when he's around you. So he's always reflecting and gazing. It's a beautiful love story. And then in the past, I got the Knight of Pentacles. It's not bad. And then you got the Three of Wands. He's just on his journey in life, looking for his boo-boo. All right. Now for the future, we got Two of Cups. And that's going with the Four of Wands. I honestly think he truly loves you. I don't see anything negative in here at all. And I don't lie. So, yeah, I truly think he loves you. I mean, if he's doing something that irritates you where you think that he's kind of bothering you, sometimes people are like that. And you just got to talk to them. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with your person. I think he's being straight up and honest with you. All right. All right, let me get you Debbie. Oh, that don't you don't talk to them at like on a daily or not a daily, but you don't call there? I mean, you would think that you guys would have every other holiday and stuff. I mean, that's what goes. I mean, I think you were in the U.S. But yeah, when I was going through my first breakup and me and my husband were separating and stuff like many years ago. I mean, he had every other weekend. I was allowed to call him and everything. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And and the kids don't want to. How old are your kids? Because if they're under 18, he has to call you or something. There's supposed to be contact in a situation, unless I know legal, unless he proved you unfit or whatever. Because there's been cases where the kids were getting abused and they still had to go see their dad and all that, or their mom or whatever. And it took like 3 years in court just to get the people away from them. So I don't know. I would call a lawyer. And I do know a lot about this because trying to get my dad's ashes fighting my stepsister's husband, I've been through like 20. I'm not going to lie. You lost when they were ill. Oh, they're adults. Oh yeah, my son, he was an a-hole for a little bit. He didn't speak to me for 3 years. That's why I have this YouTube channel and I'm rubbing in his damn face. Because he didn't talk to me. Oh, yeah, I know. It sucks. Yeah, my son didn't talk to me for 3 years. He was just being you know what. And I decided one day, I cried so much. I cried for like 6 months straight. I just decided I was just gonna be a dog walker on YouTube. And I told my older son so he would tell my younger son. And I didn't expect anything from it. I really didn't. I just thought it was fun because you know how you're bored and you don't want to go to the bar and stuff. And it's expensive, but it actually was fun to me because I'm already walking around town anyways a lot in the summer. So I might as well tape where I'm at. So it just made sense. And then my son called me one day because he's seen me on YouTube because China started watching me. But yeah, I get it. I was crying for a while. But I'm gonna do one on this situation with your kids and I'll pray for you. because that sucks. And all of them at the same time. I talked to my oldest when my youngest was being a little turd. So I get it. So, well, I know you healed, but it hurts the most when it's your child. I get it. Now me and Zach are closer than we have been. The first time we've seen each other in 3 years, it was warm but weird. But I was happy. And now we're like really close, and now he's gonna be my co-partner and do all this stuff for me for YouTube. So the thing I did to annoy him to get his attention turns into the project he's gonna inherit one day. Hopefully he does good with the dog side. I really think sometimes the dogs are more important to me than anything else. My sometimes my coworkers think I have problems. I swear to God, if someone offered me $1 million or they were going to kill my dog, I would just tell them, "Here's the $1 million. I want my dog." This is how I am about my pets, and I feel they don't get enough respect in life because they're our companions. They're not our slaves. They're not all this stuff. And I hate when dog owners I don't know, they're just kind of mean. They say you went and especially when they're walking their dog. I get it. They went to training and my dog went to training too, but I want him to keep his own personality, not be afraid of me and stuff like that. So I don't know. If he wants to walk behind me and look around and sniff a bush, I don't really give a damn. Some of these people, they got these fancy dogs around here, and their dog's like a soldier going down the street. You believe money was involved to treat me? Were they were they asking for money, or they wanted you to give them money? I guess that's the question. But your whole situation I see is in a Six of Swords. That's interesting. I mean, then you got in the past the Magician. That's not a bad card for the past. So you got Six of Swords there, and then you got the Hermit. It would explain why you're kind of all alone. The Hermit, that they're alone, they're growing wiser. They had a Hermit is spiritually evolved because of a lot of pain. But the Six of Swords, it's I want to say a Six of Sword is usually they're deep betrayals. And it's usually something closest to one's heart. So that's what I'm picking up there. But I see that and they also have broken hearts. They're kind of just they got inflated egos. I will tell you that. There's a lot of ego inflation going on over there. And then the Magician. That's just kind of somebody putting on a show, putting on a putting on a mask, creating a new theater, saying, "Look at me." That's what I get when I'm doing that. There's just somebody putting on a false narrative in here. It's probably was somebody that you know who it is that's closest to you enough to influence them. He was influenced, those kids were influenced by somebody close. And they listened. And truth does have its way of coming out, if you like it or not. Truth is like It's like water, it flows and you cannot get rid of it. And evaporate it, you got to pull it up and then it flows everywhere. So that's what happens in these situations. They got to get their ego. My son had a big ego for 3 years. And then, he was sleeping. I don't know, him and his girlfriend broke up. She found like three boyfriends and he had all this trouble in his love life. And he came back very humbled. When you have these kind of inflated egos, you go through life changes. So, all right, and this is where these guys are. They're just in like they got to learn a lesson. So everyone's being separated from them. I see that. Is the hermit? Yeah, there's another hermit. Oh my god. Yeah, this is. All right. Yeah, this is the hermit. These kids are in a house. Here it is. These kids are isolated. And they've been put like in a karma timeout, I like to call it. To clean up their shit. Get their life together so they can be better people and the people that love them and not disappoint them. That's what the universe does for this kind of thing. All right. This is death. All right, Ten of Swords. All right. They got the Ten of Swords in reverse. I like to think, and this was the past. To me, the Ten of Swords signifies two meanings: the death of the soul and the death of oneself. So a new one emerges. You can only live on a narrative reality for so long before it dies. So whatever lies were told in the past, and I can see it's dying right there. And then they came here to the current so far, and they got the Six of Wands. And then they got the Hermit, which is good. Sometimes sitting and thinking about your behavior is not a bad idea. It's not. It's probably the best idea for a bunch of kids that don't want to listen, honestly. So, I mean, my God, even my son was in jail for like a week and he was flipping out and everything else. So, and then me and his dad bailed him out of jail and all that. And he got humbled and he's a way better person. Trust me. All right. Then you got the Knight of Pentacles here. What we're talking about is we're talking about the shadow self, the kind of the internal punishment we put ourselves through. And I'll show you right here. Just sitting bounded on a chair. I'm picking up that they're being kind of sassy. And they're not listening. So things are being taken away from them so they can appreciate what they have in life. Because this is what happens when you just have terrible behavior. It really is. So I know, well, at least you're healed. And it took me 4 or 5 months to heal. So you're probably better at this process than me. I'm like just entering sovereignty in a month after watching Carl Jung videos. Well, there you go. That's what happened to me. I was fighting with both of them at one time. I didn't talk to my oldest or my youngest for a year, and then me and my oldest started talking a little bit, and then I was just doing little things to irritate them to get their attention. So, and I would just tell Brandon to tell Zach things, and then I just told him the back and forth stuff. And then eventually now they all talk to me and they have better behavior. But I guess that's life. So, but yeah, your kids are fine. They're just pouting, stalking, they're just sulking. They're on their phone wanting to know. Yeah, they're just wanting to know why they can't go outside. They don't they're paying their bills, but after their bills there's no money to go out, no money to go shopping, and that's it, you know. But eventually they're gonna if the here and there is gonna in probably like 6 months or less. But the here and there is gonna go a lot, and then that sibling's gonna put pressure on the others. That's what my son did. He just goes, Mom, I tell Zach because you sit there and bother me all the time. But then I said, I'm going to keep bothering you about it. That's what you do. You bother him, and then you make him. You just tell him, make him feel shitty. Be like, look, I have sat there and cried about this and everything else. Give him this message and just be firm. I did, and my son gave Zach the message, and he still didn't call me or nothing. And it was like 3, 4 months. And then eventually Brandon did get him to call, but some are more stubborn than others, but I'm sure they're going to all call you. They're just being little a-holes. That's it. And they're going to want some money to be able to go out and have, I don't know, I feel you bake cookies and stuff. I just see you in my head around Christmas time making little fancy cookies and chocolate chips cookies and stuff. So that's I don't know. I just got an image of you making cookies, being all happy. So pretty soon you're going to be baking your cookies and being all happy dancing around your kitchen. So yeah, my kids are in their my youngest is 21. My oldest is 31. And I got two grandsons. I got one grandson that's 2 and one that's like 4 months old. So yeah, I now they all can't bother. Now they all want to bother me because they need a babysitter. I did volunteer to babysit next Thursday. Well, it was this Thursday, so next Thursday coming up. So, but yeah, I babysit Lancelot for my 21-year-old and his girlfriend. And Brandon, I just kind of wanted to watch some grungy horror movies. So I told mine to feel good and made some videos. But yeah, I get it. That's how they are at that age. So they're always come back to their mom. They hopefully they're not as stubborn as mine. So I don't think anybody's stubborn as my damn kids. My kids will sit there and go through all kinds of torment just so they're not proved wrong. This is what my kids do. Sometimes they could be terrible. They're so damn smart, they're just terrible. And I just tell them how they traumatize me, and they go, oh, Mom, you're overthinking this. And then they end up bringing me here and bringing me there. So, but you're going to be fine. I don't know. I feel you're going to probably get some calls close to Christmas. I do feel that. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just maybe try to start a project around your house. So, oh, I'm not saying nothing. I'm saying just start a project to keep yourself busy or watch TV or relax if you're depressed about it around the holidays. I'm sure they're going to say Merry Christmas. It is Christmas. So, all right. Ma'am Gainish, current feelings for. All right. I'm just going to put your person because all these tarot card readers I've been in these streams, we're just going to go with your person. It seems more appropriate. And then I don't have to be killing these names because I feel bad because I keep mispronouncing them. So, all right. All right. Well, let's get your person's feelings, and then I do got to go to work tomorrow. So, probably after this, gonna watch a little TV and lay down, and I don't know. I'll probably come and do this again tomorrow. All right, his feelings. I'm gonna do another shuffle. I think I turned this around here. There. I'm gonna do this. All right. Chong, really? He's over here snoring. All right. That should be better. We're just gonna, I'm gonna take the first three. I like how this other lady does hers. We'll do that. That is such a much better method. All right. All right, here it is. Yang Leica. Okay. I'm gonna call you Yang because I have no clue how to pronounce your name, but your person is in the 10. Oh my god. 10 of streamer? Okay, 10 of streamer. Alright. Alright, let me see here. We got the 2 of cups here for his feelings and that's good. And then we got the Ace of Cups as a message. Alright, and then we got 10 of Sphinx. And this is a Dark Oracle card. And it just talks about like pretty much it represents hidden passages, like the hidden places that in our heart and stuff that we put things away to protect our heart, hidden pathways. That's how I like to think of it. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. All right. All right, now we'll go with this one. This one actually was I do like this deck. This was worth the money. All right. All right. Oh, 2 of Cups. I think your person. That's a good sign. Oh. Oh God, you got a Tower for the past. 2 of Pentacles. All right. Not a really bad reading. All right, you got right here, you got the Sphinx here with hidden tunnels. It means that they safeguard their inner self, which is good. And then you got the 2 of Cups for the current. It means deep down in these secret passages, it holds you and your love most dear in the secret passages. That's what I got for that. And in the past, your relationship was in the tower. All right. In your past, that's already the timeline that's already went and done. At one point, you got the Ace of Cups with his messages. Then there was a tower moment where you guys had a discord in the distant past. But right now you got through that tower and it ended. It was done. Then you end up with the Two of Cups, and this is two lovers embracing a drink, like a Sienna. So that's purity of love there. And then you got another Two of Cups for your future. And then he had Two of Pentacles. I mean, he's extending a golden ribbon. So yeah, I do believe this person loves you. It's the meaning is clear. So yes, that feeling is done. So all right, but I am going to go ahead. I will be on tomorrow. I don't work a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so I'll be back tomorrow. And you guys, you have fun. Be safe. And if you liked my readings, you can and subscribe to me. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're wonderful. And I hope you stay friends with humanity, because the puppies and all the dogs and animals and cats need a place. Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow and I gotta get some rest. But I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow. I only work 8 hours tomorrow, so, and then my long shifts are on the weekend, so, but I'll be on tomorrow. I'm making efforts here. I feel better, I'm healed, and I mean, I don't see why I couldn't. I'm gonna try to get on between 5 and 6 and do two of my video streams. So after I get done doing 5 videos, I'll be over here. So, all right, I thank you, and I don't know if you want to see when I'm dinging in. Just go ahead and put subscribe on, and then when I go on tomorrow, when I get through some of my other videos I got to download for the channel, I'll be on doing my live. So you have a good day, and thank you. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for your support in humanity. And this is a goodbye from Chong the Dog.